Welcome to the stream, everyone. We'll be on the air in just seconds. There we go.
Dirt, which means it can conquer caked-on messes in your microwave, stained countertops, and grimy surfaces. Just spray, wipe, and done. Brought to you by Mr. Clean. There's no clean like Mr. Clean.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, the Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977, and we are living through a very history-making period. This really is a very historic time. So far as this election, President Trump, what is going on, this is really a moment in history that will be talked about for 200 years, what's going on. Because what has happened, what's going on right now, the break-in of MAR-A-LAGO, which there are some major updates on, we're going to talk about this morning. What is going on right here, right now, with the break-in of MAR-A-LAGO and everything that is connected to it is, without question, a preemptive coup. Isn't that a strange thing? A preemptive coup. So what does that mean? What do I mean by that? I'll tell you. If I ask myself the question myself, I'll tell you. This is a preemptive coup that we are in right now to stop Trump in 2024. And I think we need to call it what it is. So all of you out there on your social media and everything, preemptive coup 2024. Everything is about stopping President Trump from running. And you know what? They've got everything out after him. They have the FBI, the Justice Department, Jean-Pierre, the White House, Biden, the media. They're all after President Trump, taking part in this preemptive coup. And there are some people out there that are so-called conservatives that are a part of the preemptive coup as well. I'm going to give you three names: Ben Shapiro, Laura Ingraham, and Ann Coulter. There will be others, but these are the three high-profile ones right now. These Republican establishment hacks, so-called conservative commentators, so-called conservative pundits, so-called Republicans, Laura Ingraham, Ann Coulter, and Ben Shapiro, they have joined forces with Merrick Garland, Joe Biden, the left-wing Trump-hating media, and the feds that broke into the home of President Trump, Mar-a-Lago. They are working with them now in this preemptive coup to stop Trump in 2024. Look at this new thing they've got today. Graph of documents that they put all over the place, right? They put. Have you seen this? If you haven't, you will. It's going to be all over the news today because that is the purpose of it. They have a whole bunch of documents lying on the carpet at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if this is Trump's office or Melania's closet or a hallway. I don't know where it's at, but it is a floor. It is on the carpet at Mar-a-Lago, and they have a bunch of documents turned upside down, and then they have some government documents turned face up that's telling you that, you know, these are secret documents, and they took pictures, and they have them scattered all over the floor, and they have an evidence number, Exhibit 2A, and they even have for perspective of the size, they even have some type of measurement device there for the photographs so you can get an idea of how big these documents are. And they're scattered all over the floor. And they're making it look as if President Trump had these classified documents scattered all over the place like crazy, and they're all over the floor. Let me tell you something about President Trump, okay? He is if you've ever seen his desk, whether it's at Trump Tower, whether it's in the Oval Office, it has a lot of work on it. There's a lot of paperwork. He doesn't just sit back with his feet up on the desk like Barack Obama did, but it's neat, tidy, and organized. And they have this photograph of all these classified documents, so they say. I mean, their papers turned upside down. I can do that. Here you go. I'm turning some papers upside down, putting them on the desk here in the studio. These are classified. They're upside down. You can't see them because they're classified. If I turned it up, you'd be seeing a classified Are you kidding me? They have a bunch of papers that are turned upside down. By the way, next to a box that has framed Trump things in it, like a Time magazine, upside down, and they're putting this photograph out there to make it look as if Trump is messy and disorganized, and he has these classified documents all over the place. You know, not every document that is classified top secret is really talking about yesterday in the last hour of the show with Steve that everyone said was fired and escorted out. I've got some updates on that. But I do want to take your calls and on very specifically on the things we're talking about. Do you believe we're in a preemptive coup for 2024? What are your thoughts on Laura Ingraham and Ben Shapiro joining forces with Merrick Garland, the FBI, the left-wing media, and all the rest? See, what these guys are doing, Ingraham, Coulter I throw in there. Maybe I shouldn't, but she just made the news yesterday. Ben Shapiro and Laura Ingraham, who were telling us we need to move on to Ron DeSantis. Are you kidding me? We love Ron DeSantis, but he's not Trump. Only Trump can fix this problem. That's it. Okay? We love Ron DeSantis. President Trump loves Ron DeSantis. That's right. But this is Trump's time, just like Peter Navarro's book was in Trump's time, one of his books. And only Trump can fix this and handle this. He's the one who we need in 2024. Do not let them convince you to move on to Ron DeSantis in 2024. But what are your thoughts on Ben Shapiro and Laura Ingraham telling us to drop Trump for DeSantis? In league with those who broke into the home. In league with those who went through Melania's closet. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Callers on hold, stand by. I will go to your calls after the break. Our number, 1-888-465-2631. The Steve Kane Show is the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio. My name is Brian Craig. And, of course, we are here weekdays from 5 until 9 a.m. talking about the news of the day. And if you haven't noticed yet, we love Donald Trump here. But that doesn't mean you have to love Donald Trump to call in. We love to hear from all viewpoints and all opinions. We'll talk to you. I don't understand why you would not and how you could not love Donald Trump, but I'm open to hear your thoughts on it. All right, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call. Back with your calls after this. Donald Trump, but I'm open to hear your thoughts on it. All right, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call. Back with your calls after this. Steve Kane Show. Hey.
Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
We're bringing health to your house. Why leave home when we bring the quality care you need?
Steve Kane Show.
Immaculate Home Healthcare brings...
Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hey. Welcome, everyone. If you're new here, please subscribe. And everyone, like the video, click that notification bell. That's okay. Haters are going to hate. But the haters are welcome to call in. If you want to call Trump a traitor, call me and let me know. We don't want to be supporting traitors around here. We'd love to hear you explain to us what he's done to betray us. No, you don't have to be MAGA to call in. We have one opening on our board right now. So, all you trolls, all you haters, you liberals, there's a line open for you.
menopause is no fun, but there is help available for your menopause symptoms with Dr. Mitch Matez.
Yeah, well, no one hears you. We're on, actually, we're on 6 radio stations, so, in morning drive, so cowards use the keyboards.
Call Dr. Mitch Matez for a free consultation. 561-320-8893.
Tell me if you're happy or not that Louisiana got banned yesterday. 1, you're happy that Louisiana's banned. 2, you're not. 1, you're happy that Louisiana's banned. 2, you're not. Make it easy.
Switching to Liberty Mutual can save money on home and auto insurance. That would certainly help. This message brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Seniors, how would you like to save money on your Medicare Part B premium? Don't pay too much. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and find out how much money you can save. There are also changes to prescription drug plans in 2023. Find out how much money you can save on your prescription plan and Medicare Part B premium. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. No matter where you are in Florida, Debbie can help. 954-753-8080. On the air since 1977, it's the Steve
Alrighty, we are back. There is only one opening on our phone board right now at 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Callers on hold, stand by. Now, I've been telling you all about the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper will change your life. I've been sleeping on my 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for over a year. We got one because my wife had back pain. I've been telling you that my wife's back pain disappeared after just one night sleeping on the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper. But don't just take my word for it. I got a call on the radio on Friday from one of our listeners who told us the story of her 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper.
Okay, I wanted to reiterate about my MyPillow mattress cover. I broke my back when I was 18 and had a lot of trouble sleeping. I'm 61 now, so it just had a lot of pain. This mattress cover has made all the difference in the world. This is wonderful. I've actually bought my daughter-in-law, not my daughter-in-law, but my daughter and son-in-law one. My husband has one because we sleep in twin beds.
Wow, so she had hers. It did so well on her back discomfort, her back pain, that she got one for her husband, twin beds, and got one for her daughter and her son-in-law. Isn't that amazing? The 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper will change your life. It is being offered by Mike Lindell at its lowest price ever, 50% off. But you've got to use the promo code KANE at checkout, KANE, 50% off the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, the thickest mattress topper Mike Lindell makes. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. All right, so we are in this preemptive coup right now that is going on. It's with the break-in of MAR-A-LAGO and what is continuing to go on. So I'm going to go to the phones. Our number, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. And Laura Ingram and Ben Shapiro have joined forces with Mary Garland in this preemptive Trump 2024 coup. Richie the bus driver, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're on the air.
It is Richie. Listen.
That's why I said Richie the bus driver. You're on the air.
If there's something new about Laura Ingram, but I think you're very unfair with her because I want to tell you why. She opens her show with monologue. You took out of context. I didn't get into it with you, but she said some people in the party are want to move on. She didn't say she wanted to move on. I have watched her every night. You sleep because you have to work early in the morning, and she is such a strong Trump supporter. It's incredible, and I think I see where the other two people. They're definitely anti-Trump, but not Laura Ingram.
I don't know. I think she's playing both sides. I don't have that clip because it was a couple weeks ago. But she had said there's too much drama with Trump.
No. She said some people in the party feel that way. And by the way, that was a monologue. She is 150% behind Trump on everything. I watch her every night, Brian. I'm telling you, she's on vacation this week.
Oh.
she's such a strong. When you said that, I said, my God, yeah, I think you missed one little word in there when she said some people. She didn't say she, and that was a monologue. She's 100% behind Trump. She's MAGA more than, but you'd be shocked.
MAGA more than what? MAGA? She's MAGA more than who?
Well, not more than you. Nobody's more than you. I got to say that. And then the other thing, listen, this thing about turning over papers and being sloppy. President Trump is such a. I mean, this guy dresses immaculately, everything in place. I mean, every hair in place. You gotta look at this whole picture. And like you said, his desk in the White House. Let me tell you something. He's got an opportunity Saturday night with these pictures coming out today. They just put their foot in it. If he doesn't do it, I'll be shocked. To show the video of the whole ransacking and what they did. And he's got to have that on video also, by the way, turning over all those papers. You have to.
Well, this photograph that they have out there is it's ridiculous. Have you seen the photograph I've been talking about this morning?
Saw it on YouTube. What you
yeah.
Turn your paper over.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
But listen, the guy, he has to show this video to expose all this crap, because it's really crap.
Yeah, he needs to, and you know what? Black out the faces of these FBI agents so they can gripe about that, and show it at the rally on Saturday night, President Trump. I think showing the video of the ransacking of Mar-A-Lago would be very powerful.
What people don't realize, and you're 100% right, what people don't realize is that if it happens to President Trump, it can happen to anyone else. And I got to say another thing. This is part of the whole thing with the coup. It has to do with Biden. And his speech that's going to come up is going to be an attack against you, me, and everyone supporting President Trump, calling us fascists. And this guy, and let me tell you, I watched that thing from Philadelphia last night. I watched his eyes. He looked like an angry, screaming old man that belongs in a hospital, not in the White House. His eyes are, he's like he's scolding everybody, screaming. Mm-hmm. And he's just a lion.
Yeah, he's that. I know you can't say that part on the air, but yeah, I know what you're saying. He's a lion, blank and a blank. I know exactly what you're thinking.
But his eyes are all over the place. But you look at how he yells at his speeches lately. He scolds everybody. Like this guy is.
People that have, I mean, I've been around people without. I've had people in my family with Alzheimer's, and you know, like I say, Florida. If you just go to the grocery store here in Florida, you're running into Alzheimer's sufferers, and it's a terrible thing. And people with Alzheimer's, I was at my wife's ENT the other day, and everybody in there was suffering from Alzheimer's. Right? They all had their aid, and what are they? They're all angry, and they're always yelling. People that have severe cognitive decline, they think if they're yelling, they sound like they're with it, like they're alert and with it.
You look at his speeches 10 years ago, and you look at what went on yesterday in Philadelphia, and the lie about the supporting police with his eyeballs staring into space. This is outrageous.
When he signed that bill, when he handed the pen, was it who did he hand the pen to? Was it Manchin? He gave the pen to Manchin. You look at Joe Biden's eyes, he didn't know where the heck he was or why he was there.
I told you about that one. Yeah, I looked at that, and that guy looked like he looks like lost, totally lost. It's a shock. You
know what it's like? It's like Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap. And you guys remember Quantum Leap? And he would time travel. He would jump into somebody's body, and it was always in some news-making event, and he didn't know what was going on. He might be in a boxing ring. He might be in a bed. You know, and he'd go, oh boy, that's what it's like for Biden.
Yeah, well, you see it, I see it, the world sees it. Putin sees it, the Chinese see it. Listen, we're in big trouble with this guy in the White House. They got to do something here. And what they're doing is turning half of America, more than half of America off by.
Well, what's going on here, okay, what's going on here, and you see it, this is the next move here. And I've been talking about this for a year and a half. Since January 6th, I've been talking about this. And that's why I told you guys the Capitol breach, I told you from the day after that we're going to be dealing with this for the rest of our lives. It's going to start with the Capitol breach, this whole semi-fascist, whatever that is. That's like saying a bisexual guy is not gay. You're either a fascist or you're not. They're making a move to declare MAGA a domestic hate group, like the Klan. And they'll have the Southern Poverty Law Center or some other lefty group come out and do it officially.
You know that attack on the Capitol. Okay, let's face the facts. It's more like Adam and Eve. Adam eats the apple, and forever we're sinners. So now he's going to try to link every one of President Trump's supporters, including President Trump, who had nothing
to that. Yes, correct.
It's sick. It's really sick.
It is. All right, I got to run for our break, but thanks for the call, Richie. Callers on hold, stand by. Our number, toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call. We'll take our break for the bottom of the hour, come back with, I've got more breaking news on the preemptive coup against President Trump and some other stories we're going to touch on, and your calls. 1-888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this. And some other stories we're going to touch on, and your calls. 1-888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this.
Making morning radio great again. I think you're going to really love it. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you are new, and everyone, please like the video. Yeah, I'm going to go through this article on the radio when we get back that will really blow your mind. Steve Kane Show. Hey, Joe, hold on. Steve Kane Show, hold on. No, Laura Ingram said it. He's wrong. I'm looking to see if I still have the audio, but sadly I don't. I don't keep my audio element, but no, she said it's time to move on. There's too much drama with Trump. She plays both sides, Laura Ingram. Richie's wrong. Richie's always soft on the ladies he's got the hots for. That's how Richie is. Yep. Oh, man, I tell you. I got a busy rest of my week, let me tell you. I got so much stuff going on right now. I got a big interview today I'm doing. Oh. Just answering some emails from people. When you're talking to liberals, when you're talking to these never-Trumper, Trump-hater lunatics, you're really able to make our points about Trump's greatness and clear the MAGA movement of all these slanders that come out of the mainstream media and the establishment. So no, I don't like banning someone at all. I don't like banning anyone. But what Louisiana did yesterday was well over the line. And Louisiana is one of only a handful of people that have been banned from this program. It's very difficult to get banned from this program. But you got to do what you got to do. If you're new here, we are live on 6 radio stations in Morning Drive. I'm in Ron DeSantis' Free Florida, and we are at our bottom of the hour news, traffic, and weather break. We'll be back in a couple minutes live on the air. Jeff from Maine's on hold. I'm going to probably take him first. I don't know who Kentucky is. Nah, hot sauce, yeah.
Starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone at 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
No, the people that are banned have earned lifetime bans. No. Mm-mm. The things they've done are, some of them I can't even tell you.
It's all business, but not too businessy.
That's so bad what some of them have done. There's 3 people that are banned from calling the program, and 3 people. That's not many considering what we have to deal with here. Well, that's why you can't miss a day of the show.
Knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We've been in practice for 75
It's good.
years.
Why don't you bring them up, both of them, just a little bit?
Me too?
Yeah, just a touch.
All right.
That's 754-222-6642.
And we'd like to remind you that the folks at Liberty Mutual Insurance are always ready to help you.
Well, that's not what happened yesterday.
Home and auto insurance. With Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need. How many times have you bought a subscription to a magazine or website that you never look at? Let Liberty Mutual customize your insurance, and maybe you save money by switching. This message brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
All right, we're coming back.
Back to the Steve Kane Show. Celebrating 45 years on the air.
All righty, yes, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show. All right, we're going to go to the phones before I bring up something new. But if you're just tuning in, I was talking at the start of this hour that we are in a very historic time in this country. It is a preemptive coup period we are in, which has never happened to this degree. Although I've got a story coming up I'm going to share with you that is pretty interesting, and it involves the break-in of MAR-A-LAGO. But let's take some calls first. Let's talk to Jeff from Maine. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Hey, Brian. You're dead on about them trying to label MAGA supporters as terrorists and to keep Trump off the ballot for the election.
That's right.
They are down to 2 things.
Well, if they, I've talked about this. I told you all after the January 6th Capitol breach that this is what they were going to do. I'm surprised they haven't already done it, but they're making the move now. And what they want to do, there's a couple things. One, of course, they want to keep Trump off the ballot. That's what a lot of this is about. But their plan is to declare the MAGA movement a domestic hate group / domestic terrorist group to stop future rallies even without Trump. That's it.
Can they stop Trump from having rallies?
Who knows what they can do? Well, yeah, they're gonna definitely try. Absolutely, they're gonna definitely try. Yeah. It's they kick him off of social media. They kick him off of television. So what does he do? He goes out and starts his own platform. He puts out the trailer for the Hunter Biden movie that's coming out, My Son Hunter, next week. He put the trailer on Truth Social. 3.5 million people saw it on Truth Social. It's amazing.
And I think people like you and other conservative talk radio show hosts or big followers of Trump, they're going to come after people like you because the following of the conservatives versus the liberals off the chart.
Well, them making a move to do this doesn't mean they're going to do it and be successful, but that's what they're attempting to do. This primetime speech that Biden's going to give tomorrow in Philadelphia, the Soul of the Nation speech. They've leaked out some things about it, and it's the MAGA Republicans. Notice how they've separated Republicans from MAGA Republicans, right? There's the real Republicans, and then there's the MAGA Republicans, and they're talking about how the MAGA Republicans are a threat to your freedom and a threat to our democracy. That's what he's going to talk about tomorrow night.
And I don't believe you can call yourself a Republican and not support President Trump and all that he accomplished.
Now, it really burns me that we don't have a process inside the Republican Party like we have in the Catholic Church, where you can excommunicate someone. Like I remember, in the early '90s, that idiot Klansman David Duke ran for office in Louisiana, and he registered as a Republican. Right? Well, we should be able to toss him out of our party if he's a Klan. And these never Trumpers, I would like to excommunicate them. If you are not supporting the MAGA movement, if you are not supporting Donald Trump, you are not a Republican. And I don't like that rhino term. The rhino term is too mild.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. And I have one question for you, because I believe that these Republicans that we're talking about are going to try to run an independent or something and do a Ross Perot, which would never work against Trump, not in a million years. They couldn't get enough. They cannot pull. They're gaining Trump support.
Don't be, don't be so sure. The first presidential election I was old enough to vote in was the Bush, Clinton, Ross Perot. I voted for Ross Perot, but I was a kid. I was stupid. I didn't realize. And what did they do? They split the Republican vote. So H.W. Bush, who had a 90% approval rating 9 months before the election, lost because the Republican vote was split. I would not be shocked to see the Republicans put up Nikki Haley as an independent, someone like that, to split the Republican vote. I wouldn't be surprised. I could see them doing that.
I don't think it would work, because I don't think the true MAGA supporters are going to budge. And there's not that many anti-Trumpers out there in the Republican Party.
You say that, but there's more than you think. There's more than you think. I don't understand it. There are Republicans who, I don't understand why everyone doesn't love Donald Trump. That's a voter. I don't understand, but there are some.
At Trump's rallies, I believe he should put up and talk about all the accomplishments that he did, what Biden did to tear him down, and how are you doing now? Because I believe, remember when they said it's the economy stupid? Well, that was the Democrat playbook, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're destroying our nation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
What he's doing is not helping us.
No, that's true. That's true. All right, Jeff. Appreciate the call. All right, Jeff from Maine. Call is on hold. Stand by. I went and looked up an article this morning from the Wall Street Journal, and it's from 2018. And I just wanted to share this article. It's so relevant to the break-in of Mar-A-Lago. Listen to this, and it'll sound very familiar to you. This is 2018. The FBI spied for LBJ's campaign. And for you liberals out there and millennials, LBJ is Lyndon Johnson. That's correct. It is unthinkable that the FBI would spy on a presidential campaign for political purposes. This is an opinion article by Lee Edwards. I can personally attest that it has happened during Barry Goldwater's 1964 campaign. Now, Goldwater was a Republican. Every poll agreed that Johnson would easily win the election against the conservative Senator Goldwater from Arizona. But LBJ wanted a landslide so he could implement the Great Society vision without resistance. Thus was born Johnson's anti-campaign to smear Goldwater. The operation was run from the second floor of the West Wing by veteran Washington-based Democrats like Leonard Marks, who would become director of the U.S. Information Agency, Moynihan, then Assistant Secretary of Labor, who went on to be the U.S. Senator from New York. Remember Moynihan? Typical of their black bag politics was... Anyway, it goes on and on. But this article I posted to Twitter so you can check it out. It's a very detailed article about how the FBI did the same thing for Johnson that they're doing for Biden, going after Barry Goldwater in 1964. So this is not the first time. There's a long history of it. All right, let's go back to our phones. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Maria from Florida.
Hey, Maria from Florida. What's on your mind?
Yes, I was listening to y'all. Well, every morning I be listening to your show because I really can't do too much, because I had my surgery. But calling because I wanted to basically voiced my concern about everything. And yeah, everything that I've been listening to, everything I've been accounting to, Fox News really turned on all of us. And now he's finna use his platform to call out every MAGA terrorist. That's what he's finna do.
MAGA terrorist. That's right. You're hearing that. MAGA terrorist, MAGA fascist. Yeah.
And when he made that statement the other day, I thought we was living in another world country. But when he made that statement I guess it was the other week, last week sometime, when he made that statement, I was like so upset. I just turned the TV. I couldn't listen to that.
Well, I must tell you, Biden's speech, his primetime Soul of the Nation, I gotta watch it. It's part of my job. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't watch it either. Okay, but I have to. I'll watch it so you don't have to.
Thank you.
That's right.
Because I already know what he's going to do, and he's going to go on full attack because he cannot. The problem for him, he cannot win, but he's using the FBI to do all his dirty work, and they're going to do it.
Just like they did in 1964 for Lyndon Johnson against Republican Barry Goldwater. You know, this is what they. You know, this MAGA fascist thing that they're pushing now. This is a serious thing they're dealing with. And those of you out there that are MAGA supporters, you've got to be cool and don't feed into what they're talking about. You got to be very cool and peaceful and don't get carried away and all these things, okay? It's very, very important because they're counting on you reacting. Don't let them trick you into doing something. Just be cool, like me.
Yes, and you know what? The good thing about it, we have to, because if they make any negative move, I've been hearing stuff on, other platforms saying about they should go war against them. No, we don't need to do that.
No. That's right.
Be a part of the election, be a part of getting out the vote, go knock on doors. That's what we...
That's right. That's right. And listen, I got to run for our break, but thanks for the call, Maria from Florida. All right, this is our last break of the hour. Callers on hold, stand by. Very busy phones this morning. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. Back after this. Last break of the hour. Callers on hold, stand by. Very busy phones this morning. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 888-465-2631. Back after this.
The cold.
Oh man, make sure you guys like the video, and you are all welcome to call in no matter where you are. It's a toll-free number for you, 888-465-2631. This article that I was reading from the Wall Street Journal from 2018 about how the FBI did to Barry Goldwater for Johnson's campaign, what they've been doing to Trump, is a very good, it's a long, detailed article. But it's very good. I posted it on my Twitter, so if you guys want to pick it up, go there. You can post it anywhere you want. Hold on, I gotta look for an article here.
People go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Where is the article I wanted? There's an article I wanted.
That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one, and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects directly to your cell phone with installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands, no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free, customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 armed doors, and backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited
Unbelievable.
1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
Okay, so how crazy?
All right, we'll be back in about 1 minute.
I mean, I filled up my car the other day, and I thought for that price,
scarce, not only Skechers affordable, they also last a really long time. Skechers are extremely durable and many are machine washable. And they're so comfortable. With comfort features like Skechers' famous air-cooled memory foam, Relax Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, plus so many other fits and features. Find your perfect pair of Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into
All right,
contact
here we
with
go.
someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now at Boca in the Sandalfoot Plaza where the Western Beef is. South of Palmetto on East 7141. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Thinking of buying a new mattress? Don't! Go right now to MyPillow.com and order your 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. But you've got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout at MyPillow.com. This is the lowest price ever. It comes in all mattress sizes, from all the way up to California King, and every size in between. Go to MyPillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout.
We take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now, the Steve.
Yes, it is. I'm Brian Craig. Welcome back, everyone. Now, a lot of people over the last week have signed up to join Steve Kane and me on our cruise in January. 1 week at sea with our MAGA cruise that's coming up on the Celebrity Apex. And there were great, great deals on cabins for this cruise. Call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. There's incredible discounts for single cruisers, but everyone in our group is getting the best price on the cabins on the ship because we've got the best deal. We set this cruise up and blocked our time and our space on the ship during the height of COVID when cruising was shut down, so we got great deals. And I was talking to our travel agent Ian yesterday, and he was telling me how little money these cabins are going for. I couldn't believe. I mean, this is a high-end luxury advanced brand new cruise ship, the Celebrity Apex. So call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. Call him right now. If he doesn't answer, which he may, but if he doesn't answer, leave a message. He will call you back. Here's his number, 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Oh, hey, Mike.
You know, you're right. One, just for the millennials and such that don't know, Lyndon Baines Johnson was a really, really bad guy. Just put it simply. So it doesn't surprise me that he did what he did to Goldwater. You know.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out, why is it that when we see this like the FBI raid on Mar-A-Lago, this thing with Barry Goldwater, why is it I don't see them operating like this against Democrats? It's always against Republicans.
Right. I mean, they could have done that. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but they could have done it to Her Highness, Hillary Clinton, but they didn't. So.
Mm-hmm.
You're right about this whole thing with these papers and stuff. Is there any wonder why they wanted them to turn off the security cameras at Mar-A-Lago?
Have you seen the photograph that the Justice Department released of the classified documents on the floor at Mar-A-Lago?
Yes.
I mean, that's such nonsense. They're turned upside down. How do we know it's not just printer paper turned upside down? Or for all I know, it's the menus for Mar-A-Lago that's turned upside down. Give me a break. And they set it up like a crime scene, so that it looks devious and looks scandalous and looks criminal.
I bet you that's part of what's on that footage that he's probably going to eventually show at some point, is them setting up those papers, them taking the pictures of the papers. I mean, he's got that on that security footage from those cameras that they didn't want to, they didn't turn off.
That's right.
Turn them off, and they wanted the footage.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate the call. You represent Louisiana now, So that's right. Oh, I want to tell you all, if you ever miss a portion of this program, first off, shame on you. How can you miss 1 minute of this show? Right? How can you? I listen to the whole show every day. That's just listening to me in my headphones, but you shouldn't miss it. But if you do miss a moment of this show, or you want to listen again to an episode you missed, each morning about an hour after we sign off the air, so around 10 o'clock, because it takes a little time to do the production work and upload it and everything, but about an hour after the show each day on our radio station website, oldiesouthflorida.com, the entire show is uploaded as a podcast right on our radio station website, oldiesouthflorida.com. You can listen to it on the website itself, or you can even download it as an MP3 on whatever computer you use and listen to it at your leisure. And by the way, the shows are archived up there, so you can go back and listen to a show from a week ago. And by the way, as you know, this is something new we've only been doing for a few weeks, but all the shows stay up there. So you'll be able to go back and listen to shows months ago, oldiesouthflorida.com, and around 10 o'clock each day, the entire show is there, and it is in great audio quality sound. I mean, it is the same sound that I'm hearing in my headphones right here in the radio station studio, oldiesouthflorida.com, and that's every day, all right? Okay, so I was talking earlier, just mentioned to a caller about the power of Truth Social. Truth Social is amazing. Like everything President Trump does, Truth Social is President Trump's social media platform. So they banned him from Twitter and everything, so he went out and created his own platform, Truth Social. And in the past couple of weeks since the break-in of Mar-A-Lago, Truth Social has been exploding in usage. And I'm on Truth Social, Real Brian Craig on Truth Social, and I've noticed there's a lot of liberals on Truth Social. And and Truth Social currently is only available on as a mobile app on Apple iPhones. It's available on your web browser and on your desktop, and you can pull up the web browser on any mobile device and log into Truth Social. But as an app, it's only available on iPhones right now. And the growth of it is amazing. And because of the break-in, the media are doing what they don't want to do. They keep going to President Trump's Truth Social post like they used to do with his Twitter post. And a couple weeks back, I started hearing from people that they could pre-order it on Google phones, Android phones, the Google Play Store. And I was telling a caller earlier in the show that the first major test of Truth Social was the release of the trailer of My Son Hunter that's coming out next week by Breitbart. 3.5 million people immediately watched the trailer to My Son Hunter on Truth Social. And the countdown was to begin. It was just about to debut on Android phones. And then what am I reading? Truth Social has been, let me say it again. Truth Social has been barred from the Google Play Store until they add additional content moderation, whatever that means. What, no MAGA, no conservatives? You can't run the Hunter Biden trailer up there? I don't know what that means. But just as Truth Social is becoming the place where people that are interested in news and politics go to for their social media, Google just, boom, no, can't be in the Google Play Store. Shocker. Now, if you do have an Android phone, you can use your web browser on your phone and access it on your phone that way. But most people, I have iPhones because they're easier for me to use. I like them better. Some people, there's iPhone people, there's Android people. I'm an iPhone guy. I'm going to get the new one that comes out next month. I got an iPhone 12. I was able to skip the 13. It's the same thing as the 12. And wait, the 14 is coming out next month, and I'm going to get the iPhone 14 Pro, and I'm going to get the Max. I'm going to get the big one this time. I got the regular size one. It's too small. I want the big one. But anyway, can an app make it big without being in the Google Play Store? And typically I would say no. But Truth Social, is because Trump is on it, is becoming the place where people go for news. So even though the Google Play Store has barred Truth Social from being in the Google Play Store, at least for now, until they jump through a bunch of hoops that I don't know if they will, it's still taking off and is huge. And it's where everyone wants to go. Between Donald Trump's Truth Social and Elon Musk's exposure of Twitter, by the next election cycle, 2024, Truth Social is going to be where all the politics are, all the news, not Twitter. It really is. And it's coming along very well. The way that President Trump did the start, where he would only let a certain number of people in at a time so the servers didn't crash, it was difficult to be patient enough and wait your turn. It seemed like a month or more for me to be able to log in and set my account up. But once I did, I'm on there. Real Brian Craig on Truth Social. You guys can follow me there. And it's coming along. It looks kind of like Twitter, and they're adding a lot of new functions to it and everything. So I'm not upset right now that the Google Play Store is not going to allow it in, because I think that's going to help the app. The more that they try to stop its mass usage, the more people are going to want to be there, right? You know, people want to do what they're not allowed to do. And they just, all these people, no matter what angle they have working against Donald Trump, they don't understand. If they just left the guy alone, he would do less damage to them than now. He's one of the reasons Donald Trump is so effective. It's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons, is because they just won't give the guy a break. I want to play a clip of the great Ronnie Jackson. He's talking about the break-in.
Gone through the process, and you can trust us. No one trusts the FBI or the DOJ anymore. I don't trust them any further than I can throw that entire building. And so this is just their attempt to try to stave off the special master. Who knows what they got out of there? I don't trust these people at all. They came in, they spent 9 hours in there, they walked in with backpacks, they kicked out the president's lawyers, the Secret Service agents. Who knows, in my opinion, I'm just going to say, if they told me that they found something, I wouldn't know that they actually found it there, or if they just said they found it there. I don't trust this organization anymore. The American people don't trust this organization anymore.
Yeah. And that's exactly right. You know, they've gotten so political. How could you trust them if they come out with anything? You know, this photograph they came out with all the overturned documents on the floor of Mar-A-Lago that they say are classified documents that are spread all over the place. If they're spread all over the place and handled so poorly, what's that box about next to them? Looks like it was stored in one of those boxes that the government packed all of President Trump's stuff in. And, you know, this photograph that they're circulating around, that was them. That was the people that broke into Mar-A-Lago were the ones that spread everything out on the floor, not Trump. They took it out of whatever secure container he had it in, spread them all out over the floor and say, look, it's a mess. All these documents are everywhere. They're the ones who did that. All right, now listen, we're going to take our break for the top of the hour. Call is on hold, stand by. We will take more calls after the top of the hour break. Our number's toll free, 1-888-GO-CANE 1, 888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. And that's a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us from. You know, we broadcast live on 6 radio stations here in South Florida from MAGA Martin County, that's right, all the way through the Palm Beaches, Boca, Broward, and North Miami. And pretty exciting, huh? Isn't it? That's right. And this is where, if you're interested in news and politics and Trump, this is where you come, the Steve Kane Show. We'll be back right after this break. Right, and this is where, if you're interested in news and politics and Trump, this is where you come, the Steve Kane Show. We'll be back right after this break.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday.
Hold on. There's an article I wanted.
Chance of some thunderstorms again this afternoon as well. Feeling like 100 on WPBF 25. First warning, meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Oh, yes. I got an update I want to get into after the break on the FBI agent that was fired from the FBI. This is a big one. Unreal. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone like the video. We'll be back at live in about 2 minutes from our break here. Grabbing at straws. That's exactly what they're doing. Grabbing at straws.
There's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits Motors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News update.
ABC News now, Lionel Moise. A blistering review from top Justice Department officials on their attempts to retrieve U.S. government documents from Mar-A-Lago.
They give multiple details of efforts that they made, subpoenas that they sent to Trump's legal team to try and compel them to return these documents that they say were meant.
Yeah, this, you know what it is. I'll get into more of this when I get back on the air in a minute. But it's a PR move coming up on the midterms. They don't want to look so political at the FBI, so they put on this whole fake show that this guy was fired. His name is pronounced not the way you would think. I saw a phonetic spelling of it. Tebow is how you say his name. Tebow. Or is it? Yeah. Very strange way to spell Tebow, but that's what they say.
Clean Freak, brought to you by Mr. Clean. Looking for an all-purpose cleaner to muscle through the tough dirt around
Okay, we're coming back.
Mr. Clean Clean Freak Mist is up for the job. Clean Freak Mist brings the cleaning power and the special power nozzle to tackle hard-to-reach dirt.
Steve Kane Show. Hey. Here we go.
Opinions are like everyone's got one. Get yours in the Steve Kane Show.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Callers on hold, stand by. I've got an update on this FBI agent that was fired this week. It's in the Gateway Pundit. His name is spelled in a strange way, and they say here in this article it's pronounced Tebow. But his attorneys have released a statement. Now, let me read this article. This is in the Gateway Pundit, and callers on hold, stand by. We'll go to the calls, but we got a lot of breaking news here that we got to get out. This is the FBI agent that was in charge of the break-in and all this stuff that was fired, they said. This is in the Gateway Pundit. On July 25th, 2021, Senator Grassley outed dirty cops at the FBI, of which there are many. These crooks have been protecting their criminal handlers. This is in the Gateway Pundit. I love their word choice. And the corrupt DNC, while persecuting conservatives like the J6ers who have been locked up for over a year in the D.C. Gitmo. Okay, now, Grassley outed a man by the name of Timothy Tebow in his first sentence. On May 31st, 2022, I wrote to you regarding likely violations of federal laws, regulations, and FBI guidelines by Assistant Special Agent in Charge Timothy Tebow. This is the guy who supposedly was fired this week of the Washington field office based on a pattern of active public partisanship in his then public social media content. Tebow left the FBI on Friday, 1 month after Grassley outed him for his pattern of public partisanship and anti-Trump social media postings. He was, at the time, until he left on Friday, the Assistant Special Agent in charge of the Washington field office, which is a pretty big deal, actually. Word broke on Monday that Tebow was escorted out of the FBI building on Friday. He was accused of being involved in the Mar-A-Lago raid, the Hunter Biden computer scandal, and padding the numbers on domestic terrorism in the United States. On Tuesday, his attorneys released a statement on their client and his career. Listen to this. This is the FBI agent that they told us was fired and escorted out with boxes on Friday, who was behind everything, and they're cleaning the house. They're on the run. Steve and I were talking about this guy in the last hour of yesterday's show. Here's the statement from his attorney. Mr. Tebow voluntarily retired from the FBI. Mr. Tebow was not fired, not forced to retire, and not asked to retire. On his last day, as part of his processing, Mr. Tebow turned in his security badge and walked with two longtime special agent friends through the field office to finish processing his paperwork. He walked out of the building by himself. Claims to the contrary are false. Mr. Tebow was eligible for retirement and informed his supervisors about a month ago that he intended to retire following more than 30 years of devoting himself to the protection of the American people and upholding the Constitution in a nonpartisan fashion. This is the statement from his lawyers. This included nearly 2 decades leading and supervising investigations into public corruption by members of both political parties, such as investigations that led to convictions of Congressman William Jefferson and Jesse Jackson Jr. During his tenure at the FBI, Mr. Tebow received more than a dozen awards, including the Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service and the Department of Justice's highest honor, and blah, blah, blah. So that's a pretty strong statement from his attorneys. He was not fired, and he was not asked to retire. He did it on his own. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Yeah. Well, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And what we had with Tebow in the supposed firing was a PR move. It was a move to make it look like they had done something. We're really close to the midterm elections. There's a lot of public backlash going on here. And they did this as a PR move. He was not fired or asked to retire, according to his attorneys. And those were 2 buddies of his that he was seen walking out of the FBI building with. There you go. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE1 is our number. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug.
These damn Democrats will come up with all kinds of stuff. I gotta give them credit, man. They know how to manipulate the minds of their voters. And here we go. They make this Tebow character as, well, we caught him, but we're throwing him out, and now he's just retired. You know, these people are so corrupt. And then you got Biden going to make a statement on the heart of America, the soul.
The Soul of America, which, by the way, who was the author of the book, The Soul of Black Folk? Who wrote that book? Anyone remember? The Soul of Black Folk, because that's where they obviously took the title of the speech from. Who wrote that book? I can't remember the author offhand. Someone will tell me.
But this guy has no soul, and he's going to be talking about the soul. I'm wondering, is this going to be live? They're going to take a chance on him stuttering and screwing us all up? Or is it tape?
No, they give him some Red Bull and whatever they give him. It was reported on Tucker Carlson about 6 weeks ago that they're giving him some type of maybe a Parkinson's drug that gives him tons of energy in short spurts. And they said that there was a source to a Fox News reporter that they saw Biden kind of babyish, checked out. Jill gave him a pill, and a few minutes later he was alert and with it.
Prescribed to a lot of people then, because if he can become coherent, then it's certainly doing something good for him, because normally he's good there for 2 seconds, and next thing you know, he's lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there he is. All right, hey, listen, Conservative Doug, thanks for the call. Oh, yeah, so Biden was talking yesterday. He made a very racist comment. Listen to this. This is Biden yesterday.
I can just interject for a moment. My deceased son, Bo, he was the Attorney General of the state of Delaware. And what he used to do is go down on the east side, what called the Bucket, highest crime rate in the country. There's a place where I was the only white guy that worked as a lifeguard down in that area, on the east side. And you know you can always tell where the best basketball in the state is, and the best basketball in the city is. It's where everybody shows up.
Okay, so yeah. So the highest crime rate in the country is in a place where he was the only white guy. So black people are criminals, he said yesterday. That's what he said. That's what he said. But of course, he took a break from being racist to creep out on a 9-year-old girl. Listen to this. This is Biden yesterday.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. How are you, baby? How old are you? How old are you? Almost double figures.
Oh, my goodness. You know, Biden just can't help himself. He always gravitates towards little kids. And let me ask you, when Biden gets creepy like that, like this, right? This is a 9-year-old little girl, right? Listen.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. How are you, baby? How old are you? How old are you? Almost double figures. If I can...
Okay. Almost. Yeah, well. Have you ever seen him creep out on a boy like that? Little boy? Isn't it always little girls? What's that about? I've never seen him gravitate towards a boy like he does with the girls. But of course, the highlight of it was this one. Here he is. He's going to do away with the Second Amendment.
One of the most conservative justices in history, Justice Scalia, once wrote, quote, like most rights, the rights granted by the Second Amendment are not unlimited. They're not unlimited. Right now, you can't go out and buy an automatic weapon. You can't go out.
That's not true. You can go out and buy automatic weapons. You got to have a special license for it. You can go to almost any gun range and rent, without any background check, a fully automatic machine gun. In Orlando, they have a gun range called Machine Gun America. No background check. You just walk in, you rent the gun, you go on the gun range, you got a fully automatic weapon. You can do that at gun ranges here too in South Florida. I've done it.
The rights granted by the Second Amendment are not unlimited. They're not unlimited. Right now, you can't go out and buy an automatic weapon. You can't go out and buy a cannon. And for those brave right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America's independent and safe, if you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something a little more than a gun. No, I'm not joking. Think about this. Think about the rationale we use.
Okay, you need an F-15, not a gun. Well, no one was armed on January 6th, and last I checked, I don't know, maybe somebody can research this during the break, none of the Capitol breachers had F-15s either, but they're calling that a threat to democracy, an attempt to overthrow the government, and a coup. He just said you need an F-15, not a gun. The only gun was the one that killed Ashley Babbitt that the government guy had, and they had no F-15s. Is he saying that wasn't an insurrection? No F-15s. He said you need an F-15 to take on the government. All right, callers on hold, stand by. We'll take our first break of this hour. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this quick break. Take on the government. All right, callers on hold, stand by. We'll take our first break of this hour. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this quick break.
Wake up and smell the truth. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Who's this guy with the pillows on Fox? My pillow guy. Mike Lindell. Where is Mike? He is the greatest. First of all, he does make a great product. Great pillows. I actually use them, believe it or not.
Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As always, President Trump is right. The My Pillow is so good, even President Trump sleeps on one. Support Mike Lindell, President Trump, and the Steve Kane Show at the same time. Go to mypillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout for huge savings on My Pillow products. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com.
Here's football legend Howie Long for Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear.
The world has gone hands-free. Using the phone, turning on your lights.
Okay, we back in about 90 seconds.
You still need to bend down and help your feet in. Until now. Introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. Let me tell you, these things are amazing. You don't need to lace up, and they're even better than your standard slip-on sneakers. This is next-level slip-in technology, where you don't need to reach down and help your heel in. You just step in, and off you go. It's that easy. So what's the secret? There's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide into place, and also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers. And you can even slip into them while you're sitting down. Make your life easier and go hands-free with Skechers' new hands-free slip-in footwear. You'll never have to struggle putting
on your shoes again.
Get hands-free slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Women, you know menopause is no fun, but there is help available for your menopause symptoms with Dr. Mitch Matez at the Biostation West El Rey. Hormone replacement pellet therapy will 100% stop and reverse the signs and symptoms of menopause. Mood swings gone, night sweats gone, vaginal dryness reversed. You'll get your sex drive back too. Call Dr. Mitch Matez for a free consultation. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Ready to get fired up? Just 60 seconds and you'll be racing for the phone. 888-GO-CANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show. Brian
All right, we are back. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. My name is Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. If you're just tuning in, I'll recap a couple of the things that we have been talking about today. We're in a very unusual situation, although it is historic. You will tell your kids and your grandkids that you lived through this. We are in what is being described as a preemptive coup against President Trump, right? That's what the break-in was about. And there's a lot of collaborators going on out there. There are conservatives out there who are collaborators with this preemptive coup against Trump's 2024 run. Ben Shapiro, Laura Ingraham, that's right, Ann Coulter came out of the woodwork yesterday. And anyone who tells you we've got to move on from Trump, DeSantis, all this, those are called collaborators. And there's nothing lower than a collaborator, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Now, the break-in of Mar-A-Lago, there's an article that I had yesterday that I didn't get into yesterday. We ran out of time. And then President Trump posted it on his Truth Social account yesterday about what they were searching for during the break-in of Mar-A-Lago. Listen to this. Columnist Lee Smith, author of The Plot Against the President, subtitle is The True Story of How Congressman David Nunes Uncovered the Biggest Political Scandal in U.S. History, said that the FBI's raid on Mar-A-Lago was a search for documents related to its Russiagate surveillance operation. And see, I talked about this actually a couple weeks ago after the break-in, and now they're catching up to me here. We're always ahead of the news on these things. It was believed that President Trump had his own investigation into those who were after him through the Russiagate hoax, and that he had very detailed files on that. In fact, they talked about a binder, that he had a binder that was filled with all of his evidence. Like even if such a binder existed, like he would only have one copy of it. And when I saw this article yesterday, I didn't get to it on the show, and I thought it was so interesting that Donald Trump posted that on Truth Social. So that must be what he thinks they were after. Now, there's another story here I'd not mentioned yet on the program, and now we got confirmation of it. Gavin McInnes. You know, what's going on right now is serious business. And I saw a story on Saturday about Gavin McInnes. Any of you hear about this thing with Gavin McInnes? Now, Gavin McInnes is the founder of the Proud Boys. And he left the Proud Boys years ago. And he's a pretty talented and interesting guy. I haven't followed him closely. He's very funny. I've heard some of his comedy. He's very funny, and we do have some mutual friends. But I've never really followed him too much. But I haven't heard the name Gavin McInnes in a long time. And then Saturday, I saw this story online, that he had been arrested during a live stream of his program. And the story had a link to the video, and I watched it, and he was doing his show, and then he got up, and you could hear him talking, and he was talking with, it sounded like federal agents who wanted to speak to him. He asked if they could wait till after the show. They said no, and then he walked off camera. And then social media and the internet started talking about Gavin McInnes was arrested live during his show. And that was pretty scary to me. You look at what's going on here, it's like, whoa, what's going on? And it's a big deal. Even though he's the founder of the Proud Boys, he left them years ago, and he was not in Washington on January 6th, so what's going on here? And I called Steve about it. This was Saturday, and Steve's immediate thing was, that sounds fake to me. Sounds like a hoax. I said, I don't know. And I was looking, then late, very late Saturday night, Sunday morning, Newsweek on their online. I don't know, does Newsweek still have a print magazine? I think they're just online now. But Newsweek had a story about it, but there was no confirmation of the story. And sure enough, we're finding out that Gavin McInnes made the whole thing up. It was a publicity stunt, a complete hoax. He was not detained. There were no cops. There were no feds. He set the whole thing up. Why? Probably because no one has said his name in a while. And these are the kind of games you don't want to be playing any day of the week, but especially right now. You know, you got to have some responsibility with yourself. You know, and you can't go out and play. This is not a time to play games. You know, there was a time when Democrats were different. Democrats were different. You could have a dialogue with them. You could even have fun with them, right? You could have a dialogue. You could have a debate. There were shows on CNN like Crossfire. You don't have that anymore. When have you seen a real, true, one-on-one debate with a liberal? We tried here on this program. You know, Democrats, liberals, never Trumpers, even though this is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show on the planet Earth, we still welcome liberals and never Trumpers to call in. Hold our feet to the fire. Call us to task. Make your slanders against President. We'll talk. But you don't hear that too often. And when you do, it typically winds up like yesterday when I had to do something, ban a caller. There were 3 people banned from calling this program. 3 people. And I can't tell you what they've all done because it's so bad. And the third person was banned yesterday. And all 3 people that are banned, you know what they have in common? They're all Democrats, and they've all done things that are over the line. Never used to be that way. Liberals, all liberals want to do is destroy people and cancel people. And sometimes they cancel themselves because they can't handle it, like happened with the 3 people that are banned from this program. And they're not banned because they're Democrats. They're not banned because they're liberals or hate Trump. They're banned because they went over the line so far. You know how hard it is to get banned from this program? Pretty hard. Steve and I are very tolerant, very accepting. We got the dump button here. We dump people all the time. But 3 people have been banned from this program, and they're all Democrats because they did things that were over the line and obscene in some instances. I can't tell you what they've done because but they know what they did, and they know who they are. There's just 3 of them. It's amazing when you think about it. All Democrats. But that, so when Gavin McInnes runs around with a hoax publicity stunt like this, something like this might have been funny in 1995. This is not a time for games because when he did this over the weekend, the internet just blew up. Blew up with activity. People were freaking out over it. And what he did was one of the most irresponsible things I've seen someone do in a long time. This is not a time for funny games. It's serious business. And everyone who is a conservative, everyone who's MAGA, be cool. Don't pull stupid stunts like Gavin McInnes and do a hoax so people are talking about you. And if he were listening to me right now, he would probably think it worked. They're talking about me down in Florida. Don't believe the lie that there's no such thing as bad publicity. That is not true. Believe me. There's a such thing as bad publicity. You see it all the time in the news. All right, now let me give out the number. Our number toll free 1-888-GO-CANE 1 888-465-2631. Steve Kane will be joining us after the bottom of the hour break. I've got some more audio sound bites to talk about. I do want to recap what I started the show with, and we got a whole bunch more to get into as well. Our number's toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE1. That's K-A-N-E and the number 1, 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We are here with you weekday mornings, 5 a.m. till 9 a.m., and of course you can hear us all the way from North Miami, through Broward, Boca, the Palm Beaches, and all the way through the Treasure Coast, all the way up to Fort Pierce, which is pretty awesome. And you are all welcome to call in and participate in the program. And don't forget, Steve and I will be here live Monday, Labor Day, on the radio, taking your calls and processing the great Trump rally we have Saturday night. All right, it's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig, back with Steve Kane after this. On the radio, taking your calls and processing the great Trump rally we have Saturday night. All right, it's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig, back with Steve Kane after this.
Bringing the heat to your radio every morning. It's the Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning.
Be right back, guys.
Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. We're looking at daytime highs again in the low 90s. We'll see a chance of some thunderstorms again this afternoon as well. Feeling like 100. I'm WPBF 25 First Warning Meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
The Palm Beach commute is still in great shape this morning as I-95 and the Turnpike remain crash-free, moving up to speed. We do have some light volume starting to form now on the northbound side of I-95 coming from Deerfield Beach into Boca. But as for the service streets, we are crash-free at this time. Just some light buildups on Jog Road north and southbound between La Chalet Boulevard and Hyperluxo Road. Some more volume on Southern Boulevard eastbound coming out of the Acreage. Also more traffic on Glades Road eastbound towards 95. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation. Each
By the way, if you're new here,
embodying
make
a
sure that
distinct
you
character and a bond
subscribe
that's
and everyone
unique
like
to your
the video.
personality and style. Stop to our
I've
showroom
got
at Florida Luxury Cabinets for
an
your free
important interview I'm
consultation.
doing
Florida Luxury Cabinets,
this afternoon, which hopefully will play on the radio
North Federal
tomorrow.
Highway in Boca Raton.
Oh.
Call 5616.
Let me put the mic back on. Our bottom of the hour break is our longest break of the show. Hold on, there was an article I wanted. Wow. I'm reading an article here about Garland. What a scumbag. We'll talk about it when we get back. I got it back on. Got the mic on now. Unreal.
4602 and tell him Steve Kane sent you.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
If you work remote, Staples has you covered.
Stylish office decor to turn my finished basement into a complete workspace solution.
Staples has you covered.
A desk that's all business, but not too businessy.
Staples has you covered. And now at Staples, take up to 50% off select chairs and up to 75% off select desks. Plus, with 25% off Staples furniture support, we'll assemble your new furniture and guarantee.
I'm texting with my wife.
Explore solutions for your remote workspace.
All right, here we go.
It's 9-3 in store only.
Live, local, and in your face. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, and welcome back. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane joining us. Hey, Steve. Yeah, you got to back off your mic a little bit. I tell you, because we'll find out. We'll find out. Sounds a little loud. I got you, but just a little further away from your mouth. We'll be cool. Oh, so far so good. I'll let you know. Yeah. So I got an article here. It's a follow up on something we were talking yesterday about. You've heard it reported quite widely that. I don't know how many FBI agents have turned into whistleblowers to Congress, and Merrick Garland, boy oh boy, Attorney General Merrick Garland threatens Department of Justice employees about contacting Congress. He sent out a message to everyone at the Justice Department ordering that no one may contact Congress, and he has ordered. Well, we're in a brave new world, right? It just happened yesterday. He sent out an order to all Justice Department employees, which includes FBI agents, that they are not permitted to contact Congress. He issued the order yesterday. Well, this is Garland. He makes his own law, right? I mean, he's a corrupt cop. He's a bad cop. He doesn't care what the law says. It's just, Well, I'm not watching television right now. I'm on the radio, but I'm on the radio. Probably not yet. Maybe later today, because this is a new story. But no, he has ordered them, not suggested. He sent out an order yesterday to all Department of Justice employees to not speak to Congress. And it doesn't matter if it's legal or not. It didn't stop him. He did it. And those who do it will face consequences. What they are, I don't know. But that's what we're dealing with, Steve. Okay. Not much to say about it, I guess. Okay. All right, well, let me give out the number. Maybe some of the callers are interested in talking about 1-888-GO-CANE-1.
Out there know more about this than we do.
When you say we, do you mean you or me? What do you mean, both of us know more about what?
Well, but what's going on?
Well, I know what's going on. I mean, it's obvious. We have corrupt public officials and bad cops running the government right now. We're being run by outlaws. That's what's going on. I mean, and they don't... the article I read about this Garland order, they did say it's illegal. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. It sounds illegal to me. You can't talk to Congress. Now, I agree that they probably can't talk to Congress about, confidential things that are going on. But if you are aware of corruption, I mean, look. Okay, I'll give you an example. Look what happened with Trump with that second impeachment. Colonel Vindman didn't like his commander-in-chief and didn't like what he was doing, Donald Trump, and he didn't like that phone call he had with Zelensky, so he reported him and got him impeached, Vindman. So if you are a Department of Justice employee and you are seeing corruption and crime, you're not allowed to report it? Is that what Garland's saying? I don't know. Obviously, that's not legal, but they don't care about the law. And this is what I was telling you yesterday, Steve. You can't work within the bounds of the law and the Constitution when you're discussing what they're doing, because they're just doing what they want to do, and that's the way of it. And it's time and time again. And there was a follow up, and a lot of talk yesterday afternoon that I heard about that FBI agent that was not fired, that retired, and what most people I heard talking about that FBI agent that left the FBI on Friday is that, yeah, Tebow is his name, even though it's spelled so strangely, but spelled differently. Tebow's, Tebow the football player spells it properly. This guy looks like Thibault or something. But anyway, they're saying most people believe that's just a PR move, that they're getting so much negative. Remember, this break-in of MAR-A-LAGO, we only found out about it because Trump made it public. They didn't realize how big of a deal it would be, that it would command the news. They thought when it first went public, news cycles are usually only a few days these days if it's something major, and it's been going on for a month now, right? And that they got the guy to retire as a PR move just because they're going into the election.
Out on a limb, okay, at this point in time, and say that by now, this moment, they probably realize there's something going on.
Who's they real, and what do they realize is going on?
All the principals, everybody who's involved.
No, I'm seeing a quadrupling down. I started at 6 talking about this. What's going on is and I did not come up with this description. Jack Posobiec started this yesterday on the War Room, and I think it's a pretty sharp description of what's going on. This is what what's going on here is what Jack Posobiec calls a preemptive coup against Trump's 2024 run. And they're in a total panic about it. And if you see, there's a whole bunch of things going on, right? This semi-fascist business that they're talking about. Biden's speech tomorrow night that unfortunately we've got to watch because we got to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry, you guys, you don't have to watch it. Steve and I do. Believe me, I don't want to watch it, but we got to watch it. What they've released from his speech already says that he's going to talk about MAGA Republicans and how they are a threat to your rights, freedoms, and our democracy. And what they've done on top of the break-in and these other things that they have going on, there's a handful of collaborators that are working with the FBI, the White House, and the liberal mainstream media, and there's 3 of them, I'll tell you who they are, that are working against Trump, collaborators, all right? Ben Shapiro, who just this week is calling for Trump to step aside. Laura Ingraham, who a couple weeks ago called for Trump to step aside for DeSantis, too much drama. And then yesterday, out of the woodwork, I'd forgotten about this person, was I just forgot her name now. Oh goodness, who's the skinny conservative, is like 10 feet tall, used to be on everything. I just forgot her name. We've had her on the show like 4 times. I'm getting like Biden. I'm having one of the, Ann Coulter. So we got Ben Shapiro, Ann Coulter, and Laura Ingraham that are working the conservative circle. No, they're working with the government in the same effort to undo Trump's 2024 election hopes. All 3 of them are calling on him to step aside for Ron DeSantis. Ben Shapiro, Laura Ingraham, and Ann Coulter. They are working with the Justice Department, and that they are part of this preemptive coup. This is what Jack Posobiec was talking about. This preemptive coup against Trump's 2024 run. And these 3 people are conservative. They're collaborators, is what they are. They're calling themselves conservatives. And this is a situation that we've never really experienced before in this country. There's been similar things, and other things have happened. But this is something we've not experienced. And when we have, Ben Shapiro, I don't like Ben Shapiro, but he's incredibly popular, and a lot of people listen to Ben Shapiro. It is. I know it is hard to believe, but he has a huge presence. And I heard on her own show, Laura Ingraham say, there's too much drama with Trump. It's time for him to step aside for someone like Ron DeSantis, who agrees with him on everything but isn't so divisive. And Ann Coulter, she's never been with Trump, but she came out of her rat hole and started trashing him yesterday. She was trending on Twitter, so she'll be all out there doing it. And there's others, okay? But those are the three most high profile right now, the collaborators working with the Justice Department and everyone. And this is really the beginnings of a very rough ride that we're in right now. And this move by Merrick Garland, ordering Justice Department employees not to speak to Congress, whether or not it's legal or not, that's, it probably isn't. But with the, these guys they don't want to, they've been working for the government their whole life. They don't want to lose their job and their pension and their benefits. And that's what Merrick Garland is threatening them with that. When he's ordering them not to talk to Congress, he's telling them that if you become a whistleblower, it's career ending, and that'll include your pension. Maybe Trump will come back in 2 years and save you, but he's not here now. You'll be out. That's what Garland's telling them. It's really a threat. It's witness intimidation, and it's a cover-up because he's afraid of what they may say. All right, now listen, we're coming up to our last break of this hour. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-465-2631. We're here weekday mornings from 5 until 9 a.m., and when we get back, we'll take some calls, and there's a lot more to touch on, too. I have a few audio sound bites I haven't gotten to yet. We'll get to that as well. All right, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. That as well. All right, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Mornings 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside. Everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
Steve Kane Show.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right.
Hey, Jim, hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on.
Have one, and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects directly to your cell phone with installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands, no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free, customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 armed doors, and backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now of Coral Springs, on the southeast corner of University and Ramblewood, near the Coral Square Mall. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
This is Lori Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr.
It is. It's witness tampering is what he's doing.
Are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Awesome. Tell me how much you love it after you sleep on it. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. Now, right now, Mike Lindell at MyPillow.com, for Steve Kane listeners, is offering the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for its lowest price ever at 50% off when you use our promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. And I've been telling you guys, I've been sleeping on mine for over a year, and we got it because of my wife's back. She was having back pain. After one night, her back pain was gone, and it has not returned. Just one night sleeping on the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. Now, on Friday's show, I got a call from a listener who called in about her MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper and how it's helped her back. Listen.
Okay, I wanted to reiterate about my MyPillow mattress cover. I broke my back when I was 18 and had a lot of trouble sleeping. I'm 61 now, so it just had a lot of pain. This mattress cover has made all the difference in the world. This is wonderful. I've actually bought my daughter-in-law, not my daughter-in-law, but my daughter and son-in-law one. My husband has one because we sleep in twin beds.
Wow, so she got one for herself, one for her husband, and her daughter and son-in-law. She was so pleased with how it helped her in her back pain. It'll change your life, too. Even if you don't have back pain, you will sleep like you've never slept before. Order yours. Go to MyPillow.com. Use the promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E, for 50% off your 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. You can also call and order over the phone toll-free, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code KANE. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jim from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir. Hey, I was just curious. You got Ingram, Savage, and Shapiro, however you say his name. I mean, you think they're not going to buy DeSantis, this guy down here? And we need to have Trump run with President Trump, get the job done. He's been in the rodeo before. Anyhow.
Well, here's the thing, okay? They've got this clown running against DeSantis, right? Charlie Crist, who's, by the way, he has picked as his running mate the head of the teachers union in Florida, and she's got the same IQ as Willie Brown's girlfriend, Kamala Harris. I've seen her on some interviews. But anyway, that means that they have no hope of beating Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, all these never-Trumpers keep talking about Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, I love him, you love him, we all love him. He's the greatest governor ever. But if you've noticed, even though they've got this clown Crist running against him now, they're really not getting very hard, heavy-handed or tough on Ron DeSantis because they don't want to soil his reputation. They want to act like he's like the perfect Republican. If he announced he was running for president today, they'd be out. He'd be Trump 2 Hitler, okay? And they're giving him a free pass to try to get us to. Well, they're giving him a free pass to try to make him more attractive to us, like we're going to drop Trump because he's so pristine, Ron DeSantis. All right, I appreciate the call from Fort Lauderdale. And, this thing we were talking about before the break with Merrick Garland, he gave an order, he sent out an order yesterday, and this was not for public consumption. It leaked out that Garland ordered that every member of the Justice Department, no matter what your job is, you are not allowed, not permitted, it was a direct order from the Attorney General to not speak to Congress. This is a brand new story. Everyone in this audience is probably hearing it here first. We're breaking this. No one has responded. No one has reacted because we've got it first here on this program this morning. People, and I'm hoping this spreads like wildfire today. What Garland is doing is witness intimidation. Really. I mean, if I've never heard of such a thing happening before. That means the story had already come out. We've heard it for days that there's over 30 FBI whistleblowers. And Trump called on people in the FBI, good people in the FBI, come out, speak out about what's happening here. And then boom, 2 days later, Garland issues this illegal order of witness intimidation. He's threatening them, right? If you do it, if you talk about our dirty deeds, you're going to lose your job, lose your pension, lose your benefits, you're done. And there's no one here to save you. And that's some pretty hardcore intimidation. These people have families. And I hope it's talked about quite a bit. I mean, that's what we're dealing with here, Steve. You're not dealing with moral people. All right, our number 1-888-GO. You with me, Steve? I thought I didn't hear you. Okay, all right. Well, shock doesn't work on the. We're an audio format, okay? Shock doesn't work. Shock doesn't work. They can't see the shock. You have to voice the shock. I'm shocked. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, we're in a new place, and this preemptive coup. I was so when Jack Posobiec was talking yesterday about a preemptive coup, it just so clicked in my mind about what's going on here. It's a great description for the whole process. You know, it really truly is. Now, I saw a story. You know, I've gotten into Gutfeld's late night show, and my wife started recording it on the DVR. And that late night show, because I can't stay up late night and watch it, and I've just started watching it the last couple weeks. Have you seen Gutfeld's late night show?
I'm a big Gutfeld fan.
Oh, I like Gutfeld, but listen to this. This is amazing what Greg Gutfeld has done. Gutfeld, now this is, callers on hold, stand by, listen to this. Gutfeld became the first non-broadcast network late night show to beat ABC, CBS, and NBC's late night shows for an entire month. And he is beating all, and by the way, that's Stephen Colbert and The Tonight Show and all those shows. He's beating them on cable news. This is unheard of, and it really gives you, I don't pay a lot of attention to polls, but this is a poll of a sense, of another kind. It tells you where people's hearts and minds are. They're not for that liberal late night talk show crap where they come out on stage and say, Trump's a Nazi, and then they clap and laugh. Yahoo! That's obviously not what the consumer wants if Gutfeld is beating all of them. And for a cable show that's not in everyone's living room to beat those broadcast God shows, I say God because they're just titans in the past, is not only historic in television history, it would have been considered impossible to do before Greg Gutfeld did this. It's absolutely amazing. It is. All right, let's go to our phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Carol from Alabama.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
A few things. First of all, what Republican is going to address the problem with this payback plan that Biden has signed off on, which is totally illegal? I mean, who's going to...
let me tell you, okay? You're talking about the student loan crisis. I got to tell you something, and you should be concerned about it. And in normal times, we would. But the student loan crisis, or the student loan payoff, this is what happened. We were talking about this last week. Things are falling apart for Biden. They've gotten busted doing things that are so criminal. It's amazing. I mean, how criminal. It's hard for me to even accept they're so. I know they're criminals, and still it's hard to believe these things are true. They came out with this student loan forgiveness plan because it's such a big. It's a textbook diversion because it pisses off everybody from every political stripe people are pissed off about. They want us talking about that, not about like what we brought up about Garland and his witness intimidation and things. You understand? It's important, but it's really a distraction.
All right, well, Merrick Garland, he's going to get impeached if we win the House back.
Well, let me tell you this, okay? I remember when Republicans, we had the Republican Revolution with Newt Gingrich in 1994. Republicans at that, if I remember correctly, it was the first time in 94 that Republicans controlled both the House and the Senate in 30 years. And I remember that first night that Newt Gingrich was Speaker, they did an all-night session, like till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, passing the whole contract for America. I think that Congress, the House of Representatives, on the first day should impeach Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, and Kamala Harris, all three of them, first day. And they should stay up all night doing it if they have to. And we don't need endless committees to do it. Just call the vote. Just call the vote.
What about Nancy Pelosi? What are you going to do with her?
Well, she's not going to be Speaker any longer. So her being the minority leader is a humiliation. I'll settle with that. We got to focus in on Merrick Garland, Biden, and Kamala Harris.
And there's one more thing I want to point out. Zuckerberg, that's a distraction with that interview with Joe, because I know for a fact, and if I could get in touch with someone to have some type of research done on it, when I was on Facebook, they and I was working Harvey at the time. I went to Texas to work Harvey. Well, they incarcerated me.
They what? They castrated you.
Illegally.
Oh, they incarcerated you. Oh, incarcerated. Oh, okay, you put you on. Oh, you mean real jail? Wait a minute. A real jail cell or Facebook jail?
No, real jail.
Oh, they put you in real jail. We got to be quick. We're up against a break.
I worked for Chinese, and they were based out of Houston. Next thing I know, I'm getting solicited for a register on my boat.
So what was the charge that you were put in jail for?
Purchase.
Oh my goodness. Did you beat the crime or were you convicted? Are you like a convicted car thief?
No, it was no process. But anyway, but they did put me in jail. But the point is, they came back with a message to me that they needed my registration in Houston, Texas. Okay, they had my name, my sister.
Well, listen, I don't have time for all that because we're coming up against a break. But I'm glad to hear that you're free now. All right. I thought she meant Facebook jail. Everybody's been in Facebook jail. You know, that's no big deal. That's just part of being a conservative. Hey, listen, if you're on hold, stand by. We don't have time to start another call. It wouldn't be fair to you. You'd only have about 15 seconds to speak, and that's not long enough for any caller. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Toll free from anywhere, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show, on the radio since 1977. This year celebrating 45 years on the radio, The Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. We are live here on the radio right now taking your calls. And you can listen to the program weekday mornings, 5 to 9 a.m., all the way from Martin County in the Treasure Coast to South and North Miami. We'll be right back after our top-of-the-hour break. Don't go anywhere. All the way from Martin County in the Treasure Coast to South and North Miami. We'll be right back after our top-of-the-hour break. Don't go anywhere. It was something about a car registration. Steve Kane Show. Hey, okay, hold on. Steve Kane Show, hold on. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please also like the video. What do you guys think about my idea that on the first night they should vote to impeach Biden and Kamala and Garland. First night when the Republicans take over. First day. Just do it. Give me impeach or not. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. First day. No committees, nothing. Just take the vote. Yeah, just do it. No endless committees and all that crap. Just vote. Oh, that'd be beautiful. All right, here we go.
Just call in 888-GO-CANE-1. Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right. Yes. We are back. Oh, man. Yeah.
About 10 minutes ago on the air to something that you and I had to watch tonight.
No, it's tomorrow night. The Biden speech. The Biden speech. The Soul of the Nation speech in Philadelphia. Tomorrow. Yeah, it's nothing to look forward to. It'll help you fall asleep, I'm sure. It'll help me fall asleep. Ugh. Oh, the worst. The worst. Well, if you're just tuning in, we're going to go to the phones here at 1-888-GO-CANE-1. But we're finding out that the Attorney General has threatened whistleblowers from the FBI. It was reported earlier this week that over 30 FBI whistleblowers have contacted members of Congress willing to testify after the break-in at Mar-A-Lago. Merrick Garland yesterday sent out an order forbidding any Justice Department employee, which includes FBI agents, that they are not permitted under direct order from the Attorney General to speak to members of Congress, and that is witness intimidation, witness tampering, and all kinds of other things, I'm sure, but that's where we are. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ken, calling from Jupiter.
Ken in Jupiter. Welcome.
It's okay.
Thank you.
This is a Democrat.
You were touching on Charlie Crist for a moment, and it's interesting that I remember when we all know that he's been a member of 3 different parties, Republican, the Democrat, and Independent.
Correct.
Democrat. Everybody seems to forget he tried to start a party called the No Labels Party. He's actually been a member of 4 parties trying to retain any type of power, influence that he possibly can. This guy is such a...
Yeah, well, you know what he is? He's a real... Charlie Crist, you know, we have Jeb Bush to thank for him. He was Jeb's lieutenant governor and was our governor as a Republican. Charlie Crist, yeah, he's running against Ron DeSantis.
Seriously?
Well, every time I turn on my television, including Fox, I see him, and if it's him talking, they love him. He's all over the place, and he's running for governor, and he's got the head of the teachers union as his running mate for lieutenant governor, and he's running. You know, oh no, he's going to lose. No, he's going to lose. Yeah.
I think basically it's just he's trying to, line his pocket.
No, this is what Charlie Crist. A couple things about Charlie Crist. Okay, you're right about that. I'll give you more detail on that. But here's the thing about Charlie Crist. He was our Republican governor. He wanted to run for Senate. He couldn't do it, and he was unpopular. He ran as an independent. Now he's a Democrat. He's in Congress. All this crap. Charlie Crist is a very sad, pathetic person. He has to hold political office to feel like he's a person. If he doesn't hold elected office, he's a nobody in his mind. But this is the grift that he's running. Okay, there's a clip that I saw of him yesterday, Charlie Crist, talking about Joe Biden, saying, "I love Joe Biden." Who loves Joe Biden? Even Jill doesn't love Joe Biden. His kids don't even love him, they hate him. That's why they leave diaries around and laptops around with all this incriminating stuff. But Charlie Crist loves him. Charlie Crist knows he's going to lose to Ron DeSantis. So what he's doing is sucking up to Biden so that when he loses the governor's race, Joe Biden will appoint him to a cabinet position or an ambassadorship or something like that. That's what he's doing.
I mean, that makes sense. Again, you call him a grifter is being so kind. This guy has been, I mean, I know you guys are nationwide. However, here in Florida, he's a complete joke.
Well, no, we are local. Steve is at his studio in Cooper City in Broward County. I'm in Boca at the radio station. I know people that are new to the program, I know this sounds like a nationally syndicated program because we have so many callers from around America and the world. We have a lot of people that listen to us online and watch us on YouTube, but we're live and local on 6 radio stations here in South Florida. I know it sounds like a syndicated show, but we're not. But I'll tell you, when I say grifter, see, he's running the same grift that the other Benedict Arnold is. And Chris is a Benedict Arnold because he lied to us for many years, claiming to be a Republican. And he was introduced to us by Jeb. Thanks a lot, Jeb. The Bushes, boy, they've given us death, destruction, Charlie Crist, war crimes, everything else. But anyway, Mike Pence is another Benedict Arnold, just like Charlie Crist. There's a lot of money. Pence is running for president. I have known people, please don't mention any names, Steve, and okay, but it's no one that was running this year, okay? There's a lot of money to be made running for office, and there are people who run for offices that they know they're going to lose, but do it for the money. And there's millions of dollars in these campaigns, and everybody in their family works on them. Oftentimes, candidates draw a salary, and all kinds of things. And it's a grift because there's a lot of money to be made running for office when you know you're going to lose. That's why I call Pence and Chris grifters. That's the grift.
Take it even further, of course, they set up these PACs, and they just, started money from the PACs. They're being funded by,
Yeah, but don't worry. Charlie Crist is going to lose. He's going to lose, and he's going to lose big time. So don't worry about Charlie Crist. He'll
put out a book.
That no one will read. What does he have to write about?
But, somehow, in China, it's going to be real popular.
Yeah. Well, listen. Hey, listen. Welcome to the program, and thanks for calling, all right? By the way, Jupiter's beautiful. I love Jupiter. Don Jr. and Kim Guilfoyle live in Jupiter. All right, good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lorraine from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Lorraine.
I'm wondering if you've ever heard that the gifts that are get to redeem school debt will be taxable. I work with taxes. I work towards good taxes, and sometimes the money, like last year, was given.
Oh, you say it'll be considered. Yeah, this is the thing, okay? The student loan forgiveness, okay? There's 2 reasons why I'm not obsessing over it and Steve's not obsessed over it. One, what we talked about in the last hour to another caller that brought it up, it's a distraction, okay, to get us from talking about the crimes being committed by the Biden regime. But also, the reason that we're not talking about it, it's not just that. The other reason is it's never going to happen. The president does not have the authority to do that. It can only be done through an act of Congress, and they're not going to pass it. The entire House of Representatives, all of them, are up for re-election, and it's so unpopular they couldn't even get enough Democrats to pass it. So it's not going to happen. I mean, we might as well talk about how it'll affect taxes if aliens land on the White House lawn today. That's not going to happen either. Not illegal aliens. I mean space aliens. Okay, illegal aliens are always coming to land. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. The student loan forgiveness is not going to happen.
I do believe that, but I thought it was interesting that if it's by some rare thing it did happen,
yeah,
considered a gift, and will probably be taxable. But I do agree with you. I think it's very unlikely that it's going to go through.
Yeah, I tell you what's more of a concern that's going on. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got this. And you're in Pennsylvania. Did you say you're calling from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay, you've got this communist that has the skinniest legs on a man I've ever seen of his size, Fetterman, running against Dr. Oz, and there's a big Trump rally in Pennsylvania this weekend on Saturday night with President Trump, and you've got a great guy running for governor. You got a guy that a lot of people don't like, Dr. Oz, running for Senate. But this guy, Fetterman, things are really turning against him now. He's done 2 appearances in one day where people were talking to him about debating Dr. Oz, and he has refused to debate Dr. Oz. And he's looking really bad in these videos, looking really bad. And it's for the first time, I've seen the look of defeat on Fetterman's face.
Well, I understand that, and there's nothing attractive in that man at all. But I didn't think Joe would be elected either.
Yeah, well, unfortunately he did. Yeah, but it happened. That's true, and Pennsylvania. All right, now listen, we're going to take our break. Callers on hold, stand by. Our number toll free 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. It's a toll free call from anywhere, no matter where you're listening to us. 1-888-465-2631. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. On the radio since 1977, when Star Wars was in theaters, and its release. Original release in the theaters in 1977. We'll be back. A lot more to talk about. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. Back after this. Original release in the theaters in 1977. We'll be back. A lot more to talk about. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. Back after this.
The Steve Kane Show.
561-320-8893. And make sure to tell him you heard about him on the radio.
Grab your coffee and get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Gray.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. Have you seen this picture of the documents on the floor of Mar-A-Lago, Steve, that they're floating around? Oh my God, you'll see it today. This is just, these are really, really, truly sick, disgusting people. Okay, they have this photograph. The Department of Justice released a photograph of the break-in of Mar-A-Lago, and they have a photograph of a bunch of papers that are turned upside down on the floor of Mar-A-Lago, and it's an evidence photo. It even has an evidence number next to it, 2A. You can't see the documents, they're upside down, but they have one paper on top of it that tells you that these are top secret documents. Just take their word for it. And and they've got them scattered out on the floor, and the photograph was released to give the impression that Donald Trump has these documents all over the place. Look here at the floor. These classified documents are all... This is a staged photograph. The FBI put these documents there on the floor, took them out of... There's a box right next to the documents that has framed magazine covers of President Trump in it. You can see it in the photograph. They took documents out of a box. And by the way, this is those boxes were boxes. There's photographs and video of it. The government packed these boxes for President Trump before he came back home on Inauguration Day. But you can tell that they took them out of the secure box and scattered them all over the floor. These people are really, truly, indeed sick. All right, let's take some calls. But this photograph is just there. It shows how out of touch with reality when they do things that they're doing. And they're really poking President Trump to release the video that he has of the ransacking by the feds of Mar-A-Lago. All right, let's go to the phones. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's PJ.
Hey, PJ, you sure? I heard an
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I moved up in the world to Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
Broward.
Okay.
This speech that Biden is giving tomorrow, the soul of the nation.
That's right.
Guess who wrote? You know who I'm thinking has written it for him? Really pompous guy, John Meacham. He wrote "Soul of America," basically an anti-Trump book, about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's on MSNBC all the time.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. He's a real beaut. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's just what we need. The father of 2 drug addicts telling us about the soul of America.
Yeah. So that's even though it's Biden's mouth reading the teleprompter, the words are written by John Meacham.
Well, not many people will get this reference, but you made this reference a long time ago, PJ, when Biden, right after Inauguration Day, comparing Joe Biden to John Gill, who, if anybody knows who John Gill is, you'll get that reference. No, we're not in the weeds. We're right on it, and and look at where he's doing this speech. Right, he's doing it over at Independence Hall, over there in that Liberty Park over in Philadelphia, because if he surrounds himself with symbols of liberty, that means he's talking about freedom as he's taking it away from you. I saw some of the, they released some of the of what he's going to say tomorrow night, and it's going to be about the MAGA Republicans are costing you your freedoms, I guess, so if he does it in, yeah. All right.
The strike again. Hey, before I go, gotta tell you, next week I'm really looking forward to going on that. I'm finally going on that cruise down to the Caribbean for 9 days.
Well, I don't want people to confuse that with our cruise. PJ is going to be on our cruise in January. He's going on another one next week. I don't want people to think we're going next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In January.
Well, that'll be great. I'll see you then. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good. Did we interrupt something? Good morning. You're on the radio. Once, twice. I guess they're filling up a cup with ice. I hope they're putting something good to drink in there. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian and Steve. This is John in Wellington.
Oh, hey, John.
John, how are you?
I'm doing well, Steve. How are you?
Excellent.
Wonderful. I'll make this quick. I know you've got a full board.
Oh, yes.
Going on. The person that supports the premeditated murder of innocent unborn babies does not need to tell me anything about my soul.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Now, this is... No. If you look at what's going on, it's an interesting thing. One of the commentators I heard yesterday, I can't remember what program it was or who said it. I was listening in the background. They talked about what's been going on all week leading up to the speech tomorrow night. The soul of America from Joe Biden, who, please give me a break. Can you imagine? But they said they've gotten a marketing agency to come in with this theme. It's been going in all week, right? MAGA Republicans, semi-fascist, now the soul of America. And what's going on here, this is not funny, it's not cute, and it's not a joke, okay? They're slow. I've been telling you this since January 7th, okay? And now they're starting to make them... They're getting closer and closer to officially announcing that the MAGA movement is a domestic hate group. And they're going to find some liberal group like the Southern Poverty Law Center that monitors hate groups in America to do it for them. And all this is a build-up to that. That's why, Jack Posobiec, was talking about this preemptive coup. And I've been talking about, there's a preemptive coup going on, but to keep Trump off the ballot. But they also want to stop this speech on Thursday, to my knowledge, there may be some exceptions to this. If you know, give me some examples. To my knowledge, primetime, because this is on primetime television, primetime television addresses by presidents of the United States are only after a humongous national tragedy like the Challenger explosion, 9/11, or the announcement of a military operation like the bombing of Libya by Ronald Reagan in 85 or 80, whatever year that was. You understand what I mean? For a president, I've never known, and again, my memory is pretty good, but it's not all, I was having a hard time with Ann Coulter's name earlier, so maybe I've forgotten. But to my knowledge, we have never seen a presidential primetime address out of the blue that was about one thing and one thing only: demonizing 80 million American citizens plus, which are the MAGA people. And what the speech is about is declaring that MAGA Republicans, not the candidates, not the politicians, you, the voters, me, you, Steve, John in Wellington, PJ, everybody, that you are a threat to freedom and democracy, MAGA Republicans. And that's what the speech is about. And it is historic in nature because nothing like this has happened before. Nothing.
They do. They're going to overplay their hand, and it's going to blow up in their face just like Wile E. Coyote.
But they've got 2 more years of controlling everything. All right, John in Wellington, take care. Steve, this is a big deal. There is never been presidents attack opponents. Or they'll a president may have somebody in Congress that's causing them some grief, and they'll say, that Newt Gingrich is a bastard. There has never been a president to have a primetime address that didn't involve a national tragedy or military action, ever, that I know of. And we've never had a president of the United States attack tens of millions of American voters like this before. It's unheard of. It's historic. It is dangerous. And it's a historic precedent.
Take the FBI as...
Well, we're up against the break, so we got about 30 seconds, but... All right, now let me give out the number. Callers on hold, stand by. This is not a speech to make light of. This is the beginning of a move by the Uniparty. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. It's a toll-free call. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Steve Kane is here. I'm Brian Craig. We'll be back right after this break. Don't go anywhere. 2631. 888-465-2631. Steve Kane is here. I'm Brian Craig. We'll be back right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of boring mornings? We serve controversy with your morning coffee. The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning at 10 a.m. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. We're looking at daytime highs again in the low 90s. We'll see a chance of some thunderstorms again this afternoon as well. Feeling like 100. I'm WPBF 25 First Warning Meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
The major expressways are still in center for you this morning, but we're seeing delays now to the south along I-95 between Lantana Road and Atlantic Avenue. The northbound side of the turnpike also a bit slow approaching Lake Worth Road. We have quite a few service street incidents at this time. One in Boca Raton along Congress Avenue at Peninsula Corporate Drive. Another crash in West Palm along Haverhill Road at Belvedere. Another crash on Military Trail at Shiloh Drive. And in North Palm Beach, a crash along North Lake Boulevard at Prosperity Farms Road. This report is sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. The brand new Galaxy Z Flip 4 is finally here. Capture hands-free content from every angle with Flex Mode. The sleek foldable design lets you make your device conveniently compact. Visit Samsung.com to order your Galaxy Z Flip 4 today. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Call 561-646-8560. That's 561-646-8560.
The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties, shore excursions, onboard activities, and a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
I blocked this group space during COVID, during the height of the pandemic, so we got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us as we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
Ready to get into the Halloween spirit? Join us at the Boca Raton Innovation Campus off Yamato Road, Saturday, October 1st, for an exciting morning of Halloween art, music, snacks, and more. It's Halloween family fun as children draw their own Halloween masterpieces that will be displayed throughout the month of October. Prizes will be awarded in this free family event. Register at GoldenBellEducationFoundation.org. It's the Spooky Scribblers Art Competition where you can get your boo on.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible.
If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and everyone please like the video. I'm just reading a couple articles we're going to talk about.
Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We've been in practice for 75 years in South Florida. You don't have to live with pain any longer. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642.
Okay, so how crazy high are these gas prices right now, right?
I can buy a couple of pairs of Skechers and pretty much walk everywhere. Plus, unlike gas, not only is Skechers affordable, they also last a really long time. Skechers are extremely durable and many are machine washable. And they're so comfortable. With comfort features like Skechers' famous air-cooled memory foam, relax fit, wide fit, arch fit, plus so many other fits and features. Find your perfect pair of Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Seniors, how would you like to save money on your Medicare Part B premium? Don't pay too much. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and find out how much money you can save. There are also changes to prescription drug plans in 2020.
All right, coming back.
Find out how much money you can save on your prescription plan and Medicare Part B premium. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. No matter where you are in Florida, Debbie can help. 954-753-8080.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. Yeah, we're at a lot of crucial points. I mean, I just was reading an article during the break about you're going to see this all over the news today. They think they've got a smoking gun. This Wile E. Coyote Acme school of politicking that the Never Trumpers anti-Trump movement have. They always think they got this new scheme and that's going to defeat Donald Trump and we're all going to wake up and jump, if I can say it right, off the Trump train. This is the one on the documents that are scattered all over the floor that the FBI put out there, this new photograph on the floor of Mar-A-Lago. It says here, pictured classified documents across Mar-a-Lago's floor during FBI raid. Department of Justice claims it uncovered a plot to conceal papers in desks to hide them from the probe. Classified documents were found not just in boxes, but also in drawers in Donald Trump's desk. If these are unsecure, I can think of no place more secure at Mar-a-Lago than the desk of Donald Trump, right? I mean, he was president of the United States, his first term, he's got a second term coming. If they're not secure, right? If these documents were not secured, why did they have to go in with a team of how many agents with machine guns? You understand what I mean? That sounds pretty secure if you have a whole team of guys with machine guns to go in to get them. And what they're doing, Steve, you'll see this photograph all over the news today. They're trying to act as if Trump had all these documents sprawled all over the place. They're the ones who threw the documents on the floor. They took them out of a secure place that Trump had, threw them out all over the floor, and then they say, look, all the secrets, they're everywhere. They're the ones who did this. So you'll see it on the news today, and you'll agree with me, no doubt about it. But back to this speech. Yeah, go ahead.
Basically what's going on now, I'm trying to use examples, which are sometimes the best way to communicate. What's going on now is a battle for the hearts and minds of a lot of different groups of people. We talked about the talk show hosts, Laura Ingraham,
Ben Shapiro, yeah.
So basically, things are starting to break down between the pro-Trump people and the
the Never Trumpers. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if enough, for example, as of yesterday, there were about, when you added up, they had an article that listed all the people that were lining up, were supporting the FBI agents that were coming forward and wanting to talk to the Congress.
Mm-hmm. Over 30, yeah.
Over 30 as of yesterday. So that number probably has changed as of this morning. The question is, how big is that split going to develop? I mean, is the Justice Department, I mean, if they can limit it to just that the 30 people they had yesterday, and it doesn't grow, and they're not able to grow that group any, it's going to be one situation. If people start defecting to Trump in larger numbers, it's another situation.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, well, see, I don't think there's been defections, because if you, okay, here's what's going on. Ben Shapiro and Ann Coulter were always never Trumpers. Ben Shapiro pretended that he woke up at some point. But Laura Ingraham, well, no. This is about messaging, because they have Laura Ingraham, Ann Coulter, and Ben Shapiro have large audiences, and they're conservatives. So they're using them for they're like Jean-Pierre, right? To conservative. They're trying to convince conservatives that it's time to move on. Laura Ingraham, I did not know this until recently. I knew Laura Ingraham had been around for a long time because she used to be a nationally syndicated radio talk show host, but I didn't realize that she goes all the way back to George Conway in the early 90s. During the Clinton era, the Clinton Lewinsky scandal era, Laura Ingraham was hanging out with George Conway. I did not know this until recently. So she's been a part of that Never Trumper crowd. We just didn't know it. But they're using them to speak to conservatives that it's just too much drama, we got to move on, and all this BS, and it's not. There's not a divide on MAGA. There's not a divide.
Well,
their numbers are small. They got a bunch of never Trumpers who have come out against Trump, and that's about it. Well, let me take some calls here. Our number 1-888 go Kane 1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Yep. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Fred from Coral Springs.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, I got a quick thought on this Biden speech tomorrow night. My understanding, and I spent a long time in radio, is that Biden has to request this time.
Correct.
And I'm not so sure everybody's going to carry it because it's overly political. And technically, my understanding of the Equal Rights Clause is that if you're a presidential candidate, which Biden claims he is, although he hasn't filed the papers, if it's too political, the whole thing will go up in arms, and all these Republicans and everything will be demanding equal time.
Well, one thing before you go to your second point, the thing about the time, the new season of network television has not begun yet. We're still in the rerun era, right? Like it's the summertime. So they got a bunch of dead programming that no one's watching anyway. So I think they're going to carry it.
It goes into my second point. I haven't seen the list yet of what network is carrying what, but the college football season technically opens tomorrow. Broadcast games on not only cable, but also on the major networks.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't think a network that's going to have a game, let's just say, I don't know.
No way. There's no way. They're contractually obligated, and it's too much money. No, they will not preempt even college football for Biden. No.
Well, let's see what happens. I don't know the answer, and I'm not still 100% sure how this equal rights might still flow into it.
No, it doesn't. There's no equal time. There's no equal time because it's not. This is what. Okay. When I was talking before the bottom of the hour break, and I said I've never known of a presidential primetime address unless there was a national crisis like the Challenger or 9/11 or a military action that they were telling us. And Biden's, in the Democrats' mind, and in the liberal media's mind, there is a crisis. It's called Donald Trump and MAGA, and they believe that, let me tell you people, they believe that MAGA and Donald Trump are as big of a threat to this country as bin Laden, the Taliban, and Al-Qaeda were in 2002. Do you understand? That's how they think of us. They think we're that big. So they don't think this is a political speech. They think this is a crisis.
Well, it is a crisis.
To them.
From the Democratic standpoint, they do. But I don't know. That might be something worth investigating, is to see who's going to accept the request.
We don't have to investigate. We'll know, and that'll be part of the story on Friday: is who carried it and who didn't. But I'll tell you this: the cable news that will not carry a Trump rally are going to cover it. And you know, Trump's rally on Saturday night is the first time he's spoken out loud since the break-in of Mar-A-Lago. It is a major news event, and none of the news cable networks are going to carry it on Saturday night.
Well, I tend to agree with you on that, although some cables might flip it to their streaming service, like Fox.
That's a cop-out. Fox News carry the Trump rallies on the Fox Nation app as a marketing gimmick to get people to subscribe to the app. They don't put it on their television. No, they don't. And it's, you know, that's just no. And that's so they can say, well, we cover it. It's on our app. No.
more unfair they are to Trump, the more Trump's popularity grows.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I think it's great. Yeah. You know, I was talking earlier, Google is not going to allow his social media app, Truth Social, in the Google Play Store because they were. And it was about to happen. And they just announced, no, they can't be in there. They need more moderation. That's because Donald Trump's been speaking to people through the Truth Social app. So they're trying to cut him off there. That people want what they're not allowed to have more than anything. Right? That's human nature. So everything they do against Trump makes him stronger and more if they would just leave him alone and let him do his thing, they would have less issues to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. And they're not just scared, they're stupid. They're stupid. Yeah.
It's a combination of scared and stupid. That's a bad combination.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, we're going to take our last break of the program, and after the gold report with William Youngerman, I've got some more audio that we may get to because a couple things here are important, and some more topics to discuss. And those of you who want to hold standby, our number toll-free, 1-888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are calling from, and we'll try to squeeze in a couple more calls after the break. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be back with the Gold Report right after this. Squeeze in a couple more calls after the break. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be back with the Gold Report right after this.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, we are back, and it's time for the Gold Report from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca Raton. Right down the street from the radio station is William Youngerman. William Youngerman, how are the metals looking today?
Metal's still giving us a great buying opportunity with gold going down and testing the $1,700 area range, and silver actually breaking below $18 momentarily this morning and then coming back over $18. But gold yesterday lost $13.20. It's $1,723.90 on the close, with silver down 34 cents at $18.40 the ounce. Platinum was down $18 at $8.47, and palladium was down $60 at $2,004. Of course, all this on the heels of just about every market, bonds going down, stock market falling dramatically over the last week. On one day alone, over 1,000 points. Gold this morning at $1,712. That's down $11.90. Silver at $18.05 right now at 35 cents down. Platinum down $2 at $8.45, and palladium down $4 at $2,000 the ounce. The U.S. dollar index continues to climb. It's at currently U.S. dollar index at 109. Oil at $89 a barrel. That's pretty much.
Well, all the metals are on sale today, and they all look great at these prices, but gold is really on sale, isn't it, William Youngerman?
Gold, the old low in July was about $1,689. I don't know whether we're going to get down there and test that, but certainly anything near that $1,700 number is a bargain.
Yeah, I mean, this is a time to get more gold for your money than you typically can. It is on sale today at these prices. William Youngerman opens up weekdays at 10 a.m. His number toll-free, 1-800-327-5010, 1-800-327-5010. Online, williamyoungerman.com, and you can stop right in as well, located at 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. And remember, at William Youngerman's, all the metals are available for immediate delivery, which means you walk out with your gold, with your silver, with your platinum, with your palladium, whatever it is that you're looking to pick up. So give him a call. All right, William Youngerman, we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, have a great day.
All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All righty, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. Oh, man. Our number 1-888-GO, Kane 1-888-465-2631. It is a toll-free call, 1-888-465-2631. Let's go back to our phones. We're talking about really this preemptive coup being launched by the Uniparty, the Republican establishment, the Democrats, the media, Biden, with his Soul of America speech tomorrow night, talking about the dangers of the MAGA Republicans, which is just crazy talk. Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Gallo.
Okay.
I'm meant to talk to you for a long time. I know the way you decide to treat the president, I don't think it's right. Okay? And on top of that, what I would like to add is this Trump, whatever you call, she never been in being a president because you don't have any. How many times you go bankruptcy? You know how much he owns to the Germans to actually bond from the banks and bonds? It's been done, I think, all the top secret.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh, if you're on hold, stand by. We had to hit the dump. Oh, it's too bad. It's too bad. Even with the heavy accent, you guys may not have been able to hear it. I don't know. But it doesn't matter what accent it is. I heard that. Oh, my goodness. You know, if you're on hold, stand by. I got to wait for the delay to build back up. To take another call. I was talking earlier, we had to do something that I didn't want to do yesterday. We banned someone from the program. They went over the line. There were 3 people banned from the program because of vulgarities and obscene things that they've said or done. And they're all Democrats. And Democrats just are out of control, like that last guy. I mean, you know, let me tell you, we give equal time like nobody else. That guy's accent was so heavy, I could hardly understand what he was saying, right? I mean, you the same way, Steve? He was hard to understand? I thought it was like Haitian or something. I don't know. But I know this, okay? We are so accepting of the liberal viewpoint, even when they have an accent where you can only understand every second or third word, we let them go and let them talk. And just waited for I just had a question or two. I'm not going to tell you what the questions were right now, but I just had a question or two, as I'm sure Steve did too for him, and then boom, he had to do what it is he did when I had to discontinue the call. It's just really unfortunate. You can't talk. Steve, I've talked to you about this off the air. You used to be able to have conversations with Democrats, and they cannot have a conversation any longer. I don't know what it is. And their mouth is just vile. All right, you're on the radio. The delay is re-engaged. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. It's Greg for DeSantis.
Oh, yes. If he calls himself Greg for DeSantis, Steve, he thinks people will think he's a conservative. But anyway, go ahead, Greg.
Okay. See, Brian, you start off in an adversarial fashion already. But that being said, let me ask this question. You keep on talking about the video from MAR-A-LAGO, and Trump has been silent, by the way, since this whole affair took place, which I think it was not an appropriate search and seizure. But don't you think, and I'd like to talk to Steve for a moment. I know you don't like him to talk to me, Brian. But Steve, what do you think of his, do you think it's been deafening? Do you think that he should have released this video to show the American people what took place?
Yeah, I think I am of the school of thought, and I think there are a lot of us out there that think that this is a very difficult situation, and that the only cure for it, or the only way to handle it, is by as much transparency as possible.
Well, you know, Steve, and don't go anywhere, Greg, okay? Because I got something for you too. But you know, Steve, Trump with this video, Eric Trump said they'll release it at the appropriate time, and that might be the week before the election, you know, in the midterms. But yeah, I want to say something to the listening audience about Greg here on the line, because Greg claims to be a. We're here. We've got 8. There's 8 more minutes. Don't rush. Okay, there's 8 more minutes of the program, and so don't worry. You're still on, and you're not. Don't worry. But I'm talking to the audience right now. You can listen, and then you can talk. Okay. Well, you can't listen if you won't stop talking, though. You have to stop talking so I can talk to the audience. And I want to point out something that you did. Greg here has been calling the program for a long time. He's been on a hiatus for a while. He's back. He's a good caller. We enjoy his calls. And he's obsessed with convincing people he's a Republican. And he did two things. One, he said we call him Greg 2 because he often makes people have to go number 2. But he said he's Greg for DeSantis to make you and the audience think that he is a conservative. And then he did something that is a textbook liberal move, okay? He did something that was a textbook liberal move. He tried to divide, and he tried to divide me and Steve. Can I talk to Steve? I know, Brian, you don't like Steve to talk to me. You see how he tried to do that divide? Yeah, how pathetic, Greg. Why don't you just say what you really think about Trump instead of dancing all over the place?
Okay. Brian, you're so wrong. I'm a conservative.
I know.
In your opinion, I pretty much agree with 80% of what Trump does. But the 20% I don't agree with. I don't agree with where he handled, for example, the COVID situation.
Now, do you agree with the part where he's won about 235 primaries in this election cycle? Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, but primaries don't win us seats, Brian.
Oh my goodness, you have to have the primary first, Greg. I like to laugh too.
We're going to see how these candidates like Dr. Oz, who's been a complete utter...
Well, we're not going to win every one. You know, we're not going to win every... I wish we would, but we're not going to win every election. But...
We're talking about the Senate. These are more important seats. We're on the precipice of taking them over. If we would have got a few more candidates that were more quality, greater quality, sorry my English, we would be in much better shape. The Senate is up for us to take. And guess what? We may not do it, Brian.
Oh, really? We may not do it. We may not. So in these places, with these senators you're talking about that Trump backed, that won the primaries, these Senate candidates, some of them defeated incumbents. 8 of the 10 people who voted to impeach him, those are House members, they lost their primaries. Not just Liz Cheney, there were 7 others who voted to impeach him. So these people won by the electorate that's going to be voting for them in the general election. Democrats are not going to vote for any Republican.
Lose the Senate, because right now it's even 50-50.
What do you mean we? We don't control the Senate right now. The Democrats do. See, he just let himself known to be a Democrat, Steve.
No, we don't. No, the Democrats don't control the Senate. It's 50-50.
Yeah, but they got the tiebreaker. They do. They've got Willie Brown's girlfriend.
Trump.
Oh, good. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Mine waned long ago. Oh, thank you for that out. All right, 1-888 go Kane 1. That's the number. Oh boy, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
James, Boca.
James in Boca. What's up?
Hey, I just noticed that guy, whatever his name was, he said Trump doesn't really say anything. Well, doesn't he have, since Mar-A-Lago, doesn't he have Truth Social? I mean, I'm reading right here every day, every minute by minute.
What Trump is, listen, James in Boca. Well, here's the deal with President Trump. President Trump has not been out. You're right. He's been all over Truth Social, and some of the things I talked about today were things that President Trump posted on Truth Social. But Trump has been very smart. He's been very smart. He's allowing them to hang themselves. He's allowing them to go out and bury themselves, as opposed to going out there and talking right now.
I would hold the video as leverage because they're scared to death of what he might have. So keep holding it as leverage.
Yeah, the guy with the bad language earlier that I dumped. I'm getting, people are telling me off the air that they thought he was Hispanic too, Steve. I guess my accent detector's off. But I'll tell you this. It's hard to talk on Fox News when you've been banned, like they banned Donald Trump from Fox News. Right? Yeah.
5 minutes ago, terrible the way the FBI during the raid of Mar-a-Lago threw documents haphazardly all over the floor. Perhaps they were pretending anyway, and then started taking pictures of them. Luckily, I declassified them all. I mean, why didn't that previous call read that from Truth?
Greg too, because he's a fake Republican. He's a lit Democrat. You know, and have you seen the photograph of the documents on the floor that they're floating around today? Oh my goodness! You guys all got to go and watch this, and Yeah, you've got to go and look at the photograph. You too, Steve. I'm sure it'll be on TV. They threw these documents on the carpet of Mar-A-Lago. They covered they covered them up. Yes. Yes. They think you're stupid.
Desperate. They are so desperate. That's what that reads to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they think we're stupid. They threw these papers on the floor. They have a crime. It's set up like a crime scene. They have a measurement device there, so you have perspective on the size of the documents. They have a crime scene number on the carpet next to the documents, 2A or something, and then they have over the documents secret, top secret, and like, oh my goodness,
Bunny and Wild E. Coyote.
That's right. I think somebody said that a few minutes ago on the air.
So laughable to like 80% of this country. The other 20%, they're never going to change their mind anyway. this is what Steve and I were arguing about yesterday. Everything you said, caller, is spot on, right on the money, and I agree with you. But these lunatics are running the system, the government, the Justice Department. This photograph, they want people to look at that and think that Donald Trump had all these classified documents spread out all over the floor, when they're the ones who did that. They created the crime scene. We have come a long way from Joe the plumber. I have always hoped everything would come out in the open. To me, it finally is. We finally really get to draw the line in the sand. You're on that side, and I'm on this side.
Hey, listen, we got to run, but thanks for the call and some great observations. Call us again. Oh, man. All right, Steve, that's that. Oh, man. Well, this is a very historic moment we're in. It never seems like you're in a very major historical event, while it's going on, but this is really unprecedented. I just want to say as we end today, I don't have time to get into it too much, but we have had a massive number of people sign up to join our cruise, our MAGA cruise that's leaving in January on the Celebrity Apex, and there's some great rates for single cruisers. Call in at 561-244-5779 and join us. All right, guys, we're out of time for today. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. It's the Steve Kane Show. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. We'll be back with you tomorrow, and we'll also be live on Labor Day, Monday morning. Have a great day. See you in the morning, guys. God bless Donald Trump. We'll be back with you tomorrow, and we'll also be live on Labor Day, Monday morning. Have a great day. See you in the morning, guys.
South Florida's good time.
All right, guys. Hey, listen. Make sure that you subscribe if you are new to my channel. And everyone who's already subscribed, please like the video before you go. I would appreciate that. All right, guys, I got to run. I got things I got to do. But thanks, everyone. Great calls today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. All right? Take care.